Welcome back to Sports Extra with me, Ahmed Nawaz. Time now to discuss the Quaid-e-Azam Trophy in detail, and it had to be somebody who's made his way into the record books. We're going to be talking about this fantastic talent that is there for Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Kamran Ghulam, becoming the leading run scorer in a season of the Quaid-e-Azam Trophy, breaking a 37-year-old record, and we will be talking all about his performance and his stats in detail. We've been joined now on Sports Extra by somebody who is great with numbers already, and he's obviously great with cricket. Does a lot of fun in the comm box as well, on and off, but this time he's going to be talking to us all about numbers. The fun is still going to be there. None other than Mazhar Arshad, who is a cricket statistician and a great cricket expert as well. Mazhar bhai, Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Sports Extra. Right, I guess you have a lot of fun in the comm box, but when it comes to numbers, you're already there. Kamran Ghulam, I have to ask you, because you've been giving us some great numbers about him as well. How have you seen his performance in the Quaid-e-Azam Trophy?
Well, he has been brilliant throughout the season. Actually surprised a lot of us, because before this season, I mean, he had less than 1,500 runs in his first class career, and in this season alone, he has broken the 37-year-old record of Saadat Ali, who scored 1,217 runs in 1983-84. So he has gone past that record, and now he is the most prolific run getter in the history of Quaid-e-Azam Trophy in a single season. It's a great achievement for him. He was one of the Pakistan's under-19 stars 5 or 6 years ago. He was one of the highly talked about cricketers at that time. But at that time, he was seen as an all-rounder. He was a left-arm spinner who could bat a bit. But right now, I mean, it seems that his strongest suit is his batting. I mean, 1,200 runs, 5 centuries, century in a final. It speaks volumes for him. And it's a good thing for Pakistan as well that that lot of players, I mean the young players, are coming through and scoring so many runs in domestic cricket. It will eventually help Pakistan's cricket at test level as well.
Mazhar bhai, do you think that since the structure has changed, there's been a lot of quality cricket being played? I understand it was still there, but now we can identify those quality cricketers, especially the fact that the amount of coverage from the PCB has been great as well. The amount of off-the-field activities, including the highlights on YouTube and everything. So people now, for example, if we look at the previous seasons before this structure came in, might have not known Kamran Ghulam performing so well. But now this is a name that is being discussed throughout Pakistan.
Well, of course, I mean, a lot of credit should be given to the PCB's current management, because the Quaid-e-Azam Trophy, it was never on air on such a large scale. I mean, we used to have final on TV, but for the first time, 11 games of Quaid-e-Azam Trophy were broadcasted, and also, I mean, the venues, which were, I mean, the venues other than National Stadium Karachi, they also had some sort of clips and like a proper coverage. So it's great to see Pakistan's domestic cricket on air, and after this, Pakistan Cup will be on air as well. So it's really good to see. And yeah, I mean, you talked about structure. They changed a lot of things last year. They improved the pitches, they improved quality of balls, and the result is in front of you. I mean, the last batsman before Kamran Ghulam to score 1,100 runs in a season was 10 years ago, and he was Asad Shafiq. So the pitches, they were a big issue in Pakistan's domestic cricket. They were underprepared. The games they were getting over in 2 or 3 days. The seamers, they were taking wickets for like 50 wickets at an average of 10 or 15. So it used to be really difficult for batsmen. But now, from last 2 years, I think the pitches have been really good. I mean, a lot of people, they will be thinking that they're flat wickets and they're not going to help our bowlers. Well, I think that it's a wrong notion, because if the bowlers, they continue to bowl on these on this sort of pitches, then eventually they will also learn how to remove the margin of error and how to be good on good wickets. Because in Test cricket all over the world, we are normally given true pitches. So the players, they should be accustomed to these conditions so that they can perform at Test level as well.
Indeed, Mazhar bhai, stay with us on Sports Extra. We've also been joined now on Sports Extra by somebody who's a complete history of Pakistan cricket himself, senior cricket commentator and also a historian, I have to say, Mr. Raja Asad. Raja Sahab, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Sports Extra, sir.
Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure talking to you. And you're talking about Kamran Ghulam, I think is just 25 years of age. And fortunately, you know, you were talking about, as Mother Ashad was talking about, Mr. Saadat Ali. Saadat Ali is the one, I think, who was unfortunately, as such, there was no program like you in those days. But I still remember when he was scoring runs, he was scoring centuries, he was solid in defense, aggressive in attack. And you know, once upon a time, I bowled him out on a cemented wicket when he was on his peak of his career. He took the club cricket, you know, as serious as first class or international cricket. He played a couple of ODIs for Pakistan. But as far as the man for the job, Kamran Ghulam is concerned, you know, he is from Dheer and Saadat Ali was from the cultural hub of Pakistan, Lahore. So there's a difference. I think credit goes to Kamran Ghulam and full praise to him. And it's a very good sign, you know, Pakistan batting have been struggling for decades. And the way he's emerged, I think it's a system. I personally believe that people criticize Kazim Trophy and our first-class structure, but still, you know, the players are coming up, and hope and I pray that he's a man who is coming up, and he has just played 30 first-class matches. I think that it's when our batting is struggling in New Zealand and some other part of the world consistently. He will be looking to it, and by the time I think he further mature himself, he will certainly replace the top order, which is continuous to failure and reinforce.
Yes, sir. Sir, there is something about Khyber Pakhtunkhwa this season, isn't there? Because not just the Qazi Trophy that they're dominating. Even back in the T20 Cup, they were absolutely flamboyant. And KPK is now producing some fine cricketers. We cannot even ignore the current Test captain, Mohammad Rizwan, right now.
Of course, you know, he is in T20. He is having a strike rate around 120, which is good. He is a left-arm slow bowler, and he is a utility cricketer in shorter format. He can reach greater heights if he continues the same dedication and determination which is possessed and which he shows during this current season. Long way to go, but I think you have done a tremendous job by dedicating this chunk of your program onto Kamran Ghulam. Besides, you were talking about the areas from where the players are coming. He is from Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. So it's a very good sign. Now, instead of coming players from Lahore, Karachi, and you know to an extent Faisalabad or Multan, the northern areas, they're physically very tough, and they are mentally very simple, but their thinking is very high. So I personally believe that when they will be invested with patronage by the ruling all important and stronger authority like PCB, they will prove an asset with years to come. Pakistan now needs, we're direly looking for a batsman who scored like Kamran Ghulam. And, you know, scoring on Pakistan wicket 1,200 runs means 2,400 runs in English county, because it's very difficult to get away under the circumstances. You have seen wickets in Karachi and various parts of the Lahore, or Karachi or Faisalabad or Multan, the way the wickets are prepared, the way our weather is, and to an extent, some environment. So he
right, definitely, indeed as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Raja Asad, always there with us with the history and all the its and bits of Pakistan cricket. Mazhar bhai, coming back to you, finally, the Qazi Trophy final. As a cricketing fan or as an expert or a host as well, I can for sure see that it's very interesting to see Khyber Pakhtunkhwa obviously dominating, getting to the final, but the resilient comeback that Central Punjab made in reaching the final was also something great to see as well. All in all, how have you rated this final up till now?
Well, it has been a very good game, because the game has now gone to the 5th day, with Central Punjab needing 216 runs and KP needing 8 wickets. So as the cliche goes, that all 4 results are still possible, and I think it will be a very interesting day. I think that TP they still have a chance, even though no team in the history of National Cricket Stadium has chased 350 plus in first class cricket. But the way this pitch has played out and the way they have showed character, Usman Salahuddin is still out there, Muhammad Saad is still out there. They both are very good batsmen. They have Saad Naseem, who has been terrific in the last couple of seasons. I think that it will be a really interesting game. even though KP, they might still have a upper hand because they just need 8 wickets, and we know that batting on day 5 can be really difficult. But the way this final has panned out, I think that it is going to be an excellent last day of Quaid Trophy 2021.
Indeed, we hope so about that as well. Mazhar bhai, thank you so much for joining us on Sports Extra. We always call you Mr. Numbers here in Islamabad, and keep on having that fun in the comm box and tweeting all about it as well. Right, that was cricket statistician Mazhar, who was talking to us at Sports Extra as well. Mazhar bhai is always great to talk to. Like I said, Mr. Numbers, he's got all the numbers not only on his head but also on his fingertips as well, and he keeps us bringing this excellent stats all the way from the games directly to Twitter and also to our main broadcast screens as well. Obviously a great person to talk to about cricket, especially on the domestic front.